So here we are doing this again. Because I've heard people expressing interest in actually playing this. So I figure what better time to sit here and get settings that are good to watch and good for me to use than while we're all here together anyway. Now, as I said in the tweet, I have reworked a lot of things. Like, when I say a lot of things, I mean a lot of things. The better than half of these settings for the world have changed. A couple of the mods have been removed because they seem to be part of why we were having those odd CPU spikes. Turns out one of the mods was discontinued and I didn't realize that. So there might have been an incompatibility that was happening that was causing some interesting things. Uh, Specifically, I got rid of the do-it-yourself stuff because it didn't seem like it was actually amounting to anything. With the drop rates we had, it really wasn't gonna matter. Uh, I got rid of one of the two profession mods because it was proving, one, to be redundant, and two, that was the discontinued mod. I turned off the extra parts of one of the weapon mods because, one, the items from it didn't seem to be spawning, and two, potentially that was part of the problem. Now, as far as the zombie settings and such goes, I lowered the amount of them fairly significantly because we honestly just had way too many. Like, to the point of ridiculousness in certain places. There are still a lot. You can see the test character shambling around there in the background, dead after I threw him into a pile of zombies to make sure I wasn't sitting there on that character when we got here. Couple things that are important to note about zombie strength and such now. It's all random. I have zombie strength set to random, health set to random, awareness set to random. They are still slow, because I figure keeping them slow is fine, considering I was already having enough trouble, and I would anticipate that those that join me, since they are not going to be very familiar with the game either, are going to have a rough time with fast zombies, so it just wouldn't be good. Now, provided the CPU usage and everything stays stable and fine after this session goes all the way through, because, between streaming it and playing it, if it's going to break under these settings, it will. I will then actually more significantly reach out to people about getting a server made for it. Is I should be able to host it myself, but there's always the options of if somebody with a stronger setup volunteers to host that I can trust, that would probably be a better idea. This is just a terrible set of negatives right here. Ew. I want something relatively interesting, but not bad, just like we had before. And we're kind of not getting it. I think we did lose some traits, by the way, when I removed some of those mods. Oh, and I also removed the tinkering mod, the one that was giving everything random attributes. Because I thought about it, and honestly, I don't think it was adding anything. I thought it was going to be more interesting than it ended up being. And I'm not sure if that was part of the usage issues either. Because it occurred to me that since it would be generating a random affix on all items that are generated, it's basically adding an additional step to anything that's generated. So when large quantities of items are generated, such as when we approach a town, that would be where that CPU spiking would be coming from, logically. High Thirst is okay. I don't really care about Brawler much, but I'll keep it just for sake of something different. Conspicuous is going to be a little awkward, so I'm fine with keeping that. Do they actually have a profession? They're an entrepreneur, okay. They're a little fat. Well, that's fine. Cory Duke, huh? Sure. Nothing about that seems like it'll be an issue, so we'll just go with it. Yeah, because even at the high spike, which is when you first load back in, usually it was hitting 99s with that. It hit 80 this time, and immediately dropped down. So I think we're in good shape, even while streaming. Grab a couple cans for the road. Ideally find, like, a kitchen knife or something to open them, unless I find a can opener. Now, it's important to note, I do not have 3D items on anymore, so some things are going to render a little weirdly in the world, and they're going to be a lot easier to see. I don't really want that, honestly, but I think 3D items is part of what was making the game work harder to render things. It's all going to be a matter of adjustments. I'll be adjusting things back and forth as we go to try to figure things out. You'll notice, for example, a plunger is no longer a weapon, because one of the mods I got rid of was the one that allowed those to actually be used that way. Including the pen. Actually, no, the pen can still be equipped, it just doesn't have stats listed anymore. Weird. Go ahead and put jeans on instead of shorts. That'll definitely help keep us alive. You don't want skin showing in the apocalypse. I have not changed the audio from last session, because I think we got it to a decent spot last session. But if there are issues with it, people are more than allowed to let me know. I'm happy to hear such things so I can correct them rather than being surprised later. Now, I did also up the amount of random events and such that can happen to make things a little more chaotic to balance the fact that there are less zombies. Oh, that house is an alarm. We were never here. Goodbye. Oh, and I have also shortened zombie memory a little. So they are going to be better about forgetting that they saw someone. So it means you won't be walking 7 miles and still having zombies trailing after you. Because I thought that the situations we were having last time with them following very, very far was kind of ridiculous. If you outpace them enough, they really should lose track of you with the current setup now. I have not tested it thoroughly yet. That's today's whole purpose. But hopefully that proves true. Go ahead and close that behind me. This way we don't have anybody following me in. The only problem I'm going to have to worry about is, yep, situations like that. Nothing bad happened. Suit jacket. Regular jacket. I don't really want to start wearing jackets and such yet because it's still warm enough that we're going to start overheating instead, and that won't help anything. Go ahead and snag the garbage bag until we can find something else to carry things with. Thankfully, that zombie is one of the less attentive ones, apparently. And I could always use the fork. Wait. No. Face that. Yeah, it's working. There we go. I'm not entirely sure why we're not getting as many numbers on things. I think that might have been one of the mods I got rid of, was actually what was providing the damage information. Oh, you know what it is? It probably was the Tinker's mod that was telling me that, now that I think about it. So it could better show you how things were modified. That would actually make a lot of sense. This is what I get for modding a game after I came back to it without having played it more without the mods first, is now I get confused about what is and isn't part of a mod. But that explains why there's the damage meter, but there was also damage numbers. Oh, somebody's broken in. Right over there, in fact. Because that window wasn't broken a moment ago. Yep, there they are. Anyway, we didn't get to finish reading our cooking manual. I am keeping tabs on the zombie situation right outside that window. But he doesn't seem to understand that there's windows yet, so we got a little bit of time. I think he found the unbroken window. Well, it's a broken window now. We'll have it done in time, though. Alright, you. Bad. Now, it's worth noting that zombie strength and zombie durability are two different things. And they're both random now, so they could be anything. We could have a very fragile, superhuman strong zombie, or a incredibly durable, super weak zombie. Before I had the two stats matching each other. Now they just are gonna be whatever the hell. Because I think that'll be more interesting than having consistent zombies, because that means you know exactly how to deal with every single zombie that shows up. Now there's going to be a little bit more risk to every zombie encounter, which will be a good thing. I hit the wrong thing again. Well, I guess we'll take a look at whether this car's any good before I open the trunk then. Oh, this is a real good car. I may actually want to spend some time in that house. Apparently, this area's got a lot of very attentive zombies in it. Considering they figured this out pretty quick. This is when I find out from somebody who's played this game more than I have that the random setting on that kind of stuff isn't actually random, and it's just broken. Because I didn't research any of these settings or anything before setting them. I'm just like, I'll try it. If it doesn't do good things, I get rid of it. But as you can see, even with the amount of zombies dramatically reduced, we're still under constant threat from zombies. So that much of the settings is working. That's what I wanted, is I wanted zombies to be an issue, but I didn't want them to be so heavily populated that you have areas where you just straight can't do anything. Because that felt like it would make certain areas of the game just completely pointless. And that's no fun for anybody. Which, don't get me wrong, with a handful of people, the numbers we were dealing with on the previous settings would have still been okay. But the odds of us getting a handful of people aren't great. At best, currently, I'm figuring I'll probably find at most like 3 people that are gonna want to do anything with this at the minute. And, you know, you can't even guarantee that everybody's gonna hang around together anyway. And I'd rather not make it so that everybody would have to in order to be able to get anything done. Otherwise, nothing will get done. Because people will get distracted, people will wander, and things will happen. There wasn't a second floor to this house, right? Not crazy thinking that there wasn't one? Yeah, no, this is too small a house for there to be a second floor. There'd be at most an attic, and I don't think this game renders attics. I did notice that there was a mod for, like, AoE looting where you could, like, see all of the containers in an area at once. But I didn't bother with that. Mostly because it did seem like it would also be a bit buggy. And that's not really something I need. This game's had enough oddities as it is. I've also lowered the amount of lighting updates and things like that. In case anybody notices that and is upset about that. Just understand it's for good reason. Specifically, not making the computer melt down. If I were a set of keys, where would I be? Because that car's in really good shape, and I would like to find keys for it. Oh, I also turned off the weird visual effect when you engage search mode. So now you won't be able to tell whether I'm in search mode or not, but understand that that is also for CPU usage reasons, so that the computer does not destroy itself. And honestly, it never looked very good when it was doing that. You know, it's just as well that this guy started out a good fighter, because, my god. But I am also keeping a much closer eye on CPU and everything this time, while I'm, like, fighting and all of that, and it's definitely staying a lot stronger this time. And I know, for some people that's probably not a very interesting thing to be going on about, but it's important. So now we know about March Ridge, which is where? Okay, that's all the way down there. That's a small area, too. Might actually be worth going there once we get a car. We did the long march once, so I'm not doing the long march again, ideally. Not that it took super long, but I don't really think it'd be very interesting for any of you to watch me run across the universe a second time in as many days. Like, it'd be one thing if there were other people here, so there'd at least be dialogue back and forth happening. Oh my god. Why is there a Discord notification immediately? What happened? What? Okay. Everything is fine. Everything is fine. Nothing is ruined. And yeah, it's looking like this car's a no-go unless I'm stupid and the key happens to be in the car. Because it does at least have gasoline. So if the keys are in the ignition, we're in business. Nope. No keys. Okay. Well, it was worth a try. I really should go look to see if there's like a hotkey for getting out of a car as well. Because that would be very helpful. Oh. There's every chance that there might be like a random zombie that wandered off that spawned here that has the key. But I'm not that interested in that car to the point where I'm going to worry about that. Zombies will still set off alarms and all of that good stuff, by the way. Most of the odd settings I had are still in play. whacking things with a broom. But I've got a crowbar, so why would I want a broom? The answer is a backup, but I'm not so worried about this crowbar that I think I'm going to need a backup anytime quick. It's in full condition. This is what I mean with the whole thing with 2D versus 3D items, though. Is sometimes you'll have items rendering flat on top of a surface like that, making it very obvious what's there. Hence why I said some people might get a little bit uppity about that. But not only is it more convenient, it helps ease some of the burden on the computer. Hello. Don't have a holster for it yet, but at least we've got a gun. Though while I was doing my testing this morning, I did use a gun a bit more, and I gotta say, I'm still not convinced that guns are good in this game. They probably don't get good until your character gets quite good at shooting, which, let me tell you, your starting characters, unless you're somebody that is of a profession that needs a gun normally, they generally aren't any good with a gun. But I'll keep it loaded and keep it to hand, the crowbar on my back as well, so that if I unequip it again later, I can actually find it easily. Because I can just press 1 and acquire crowbar. I can't put the gun on my belt, because we don't have a holster yet. Whole pile of snacks and cups over here. Bathroom. There's somebody in the garage. That's a metallic door noise I'm hearing. Ooh, we could start slapping people around with guitars, trumpets, and keytars, though. For fun. We'll go ahead and whack the guy that's in the garage with a keytar. Oh, holy blue hell. There was a whole party in there. Well, that's a problem. I think we found a house party. Yeah, no, it's reasonable to be spooked by that one. That was a lot of undead all in one spot. Can opener. In other news, can opener. Oh, I think we leave here. I think we've got nothing to do here. I was sorely tempted to grab the banjo instead of the keytar, because I think that would be as funny, if not funnier. The trumpet was also an argument, but we've already had a trumpet before. See if this house is locked or not. Of course it is. But now I can demonstrate for you guys what I was talking about yesterday with being able to pry doors open with a crowbar. Ta-da! There's the guitar. No, not you. How about... and this one? Nope. Okay. Where's our... oh. Our very noisy guest is at the back door. Wow. Swing and a miss, huh? Well, that's awkward. Speaking of awkward... to no one's surprise, the keytar was not a very strong weapon. We're going to rip this up so we can fix the injury we just got. At least it's only a scratch. That shouldn't be too bad. Just go ahead and leave the murder weapon behind. Nothing bad happened. We had nothing to do with that man getting clobbered with a keytar. We don't even know what a keytar is. There's a sink there, dum-dum. Use it to drink. You can also clean those rags we have. Yeah. Be a bit smarter about that this time rather than the laziness we had last time. There's more stuff in this house. Because last time I was absolutely being lazy about the rags. And it definitely nearly ended in disaster a couple times. So let's, learn from my mistakes for once, shall we? Of course, we all know that I'm lying through my teeth when I say I'm learning from my mistakes. Because I never really learn. But I can dream. I can pretend. It's also worth remembering, this is a different town we spawned in this time. So the layout is going to be wildly different from the other town. Aside from no gas, this car is pretty good. All ones for weight, which is interesting. Anything in the back that I can get at? Nope. Maybe I'll get lucky and the keys will be around here somewhere. Hello, madam. Honk. I was half expecting to open her inventory and find the keys, and I was gonna be so happy. I did remember to turn game audio back on, right? Yep, okay. Ooh, first aid kit with an actual bandage in it. Got a pipe wrench in that toolbox. We are running out of inventory, though. So I gotta be slightly careful what I'm actually bothering to take with me. Because we still don't have a bag of any actual kind, and I'm not inclined to give up my ability to use the crowbar. Or in two hands. Let's take the duct tape with us, though. That will help maintain things. You can, like, douse the cotton balls in disinfectant and things like that. And I presume they work like they would in the real world, in that you could, like, run the cotton ball full of disinfectant through a wound and things like that. But in our current scope of things, we don't really need to worry about things like that. I'm gonna eat the apple. That should help keep our meters in check. As the trend of me not sleeping particularly well has continued, by the way, don't be surprised if today ends up a little bit shorter than yesterday did. But it's also much nicer today in that it is not 80 and 80 adjacent degrees out. So that might balance out. Whoa. Okay, CPU is going nuts. So that still happens, okay. I don't know if that was related to this game or not, though, so that's a thing. Not really sure why the sudden massive spike. But it was also right when a Steam notification popped up. And I was noticing massive CPU spiking from the Steam web helper earlier today. So that might actually be the issue there. Is for some reason Steam is eating CPU like nobody's business. Which would be strange, but not unheard of. So I think when I was looking at Task Manager when that happened, I think it was like 20% usage for some inexplicable reason. But nothing worth worrying about at the moment. Can opener. Okay, so that problem is sorted out. Okay, we're gonna run out of capacity at that point, so throw one of the cans back. There we go. We really need to find a bag of some kind that I can put on my back. Try to keep on top of this scratch. It's at least already not bleeding, so that's good news. So it should heal pretty quickly. Think this guy's a fast healer? Think we ended up with one of those today? Yeah. I don't think I've had a fast healing character yet. Because usually I trade that out for something different. Okay, you've chosen to pry open the window, even though I indicated the door. You do you, character. Now, how about you go pry open the door like I wanted you to? There you go, look at you. Never knew what hit him. I don't think we have enough skill for even farming volume 1 to be useful to us. No. Not by a long shot. Like, the only skill this guy has is weapon skills, which is great and all, but, long-term might cause us some complications. I don't really need anything from a kitchen right now. We're carrying a lot of canned goods. I could... Actually, this is already cooked chicken, but, eh. We don't really need to jam more food in our body right now. Considering overweight, underweight, and all of that are actually dynamic, unless that's a setting which I wasn't aware of. We don't want to end up becoming overweight. A dynamic trait in this game being a trait that you can actually acquire or remove depending on what you've done. Hey, you know the door's open, right? There. Now you don't need to worry about that. Why were you wearing a clip-on tie? None of my business. There's some things in life I'm better off not knowing, and that's probably one of them. There we go, some gloves. Not like good gloves, but any gloves are good gloves in a world like this. Of course, I'm now really starting to look like a burglar instead of just random man wandering around. Because, you know, bloody man wandering around with gloves and a crowbar really does kind of look suspicious. Fill my pockets with jewelry and make the look complete. To find the right spot to click the door. I could grab a spare crowbar, but we really aren't gonna end up breaking this crowbar anytime quick. Collapsible baton has, like, no damage capacity, it looks like. At least we both missed on that one. There we go. As far as I can tell, stat-based missing really isn't a thing in this game. Oh yeah, I forgot to turn the throwing knives off. That was the other thing. I knew I forgot to turn something off. Turns out it was the throwing knives. I'll turn that off before I actually host a server for this. Unless people actually really want super powerful throwing knife easy mode. I'm not opposed to the idea, but I really feel like it's excessive. Really just need a long sleeve shirt now. For protection purposes. Oh, this door's barricaded. That's why they're having a bad time with it. Oh, you know what? That's good for me, because that means I can just go this way. Oh. Some at the window, too. Please drive up to the other window. We are slightly over-encumbered now between the vest and the mask. So I should probably get rid of something light in order to make the difference. Oh, I actually have 2 can openers. Well, silly me. Put in the container that is the corpse. Now just grab one. There we go. Now we're back underweight. Fantastic. Yeah, turns out there was nobody at this door. They were actually just at that window. What do you know? Today I learned. This might be done. Nope, still scratched. Let's disinfect it while we're here. God damn it, game. Sometimes it just happens to move over just as you're trying to do a thing, because you move the mouse close to where the other prompt is. So I double disinfected it. Which I guess isn't a bad thing. But it's not really a thing I needed to do. I mean, while we're here, we may as well drink for free. There we go. Just random zombies through the window. Ooh, hello. Zombie with a backpack. This was immediately worth it. Yoink. And riding boots. And leather gloves that are better than the gloves we're wearing. Yeah, this guy was a huge help, as it turns out. And, you know, can't hurt to wear a boonie hat. There we go. Our life has gotten much better. We don't need this map anymore. We don't need the bloody gloves or the bloody shoes. We certainly don't need the garbage bag. So I do want the gas can out of it. We'll take a look at what's in the bag in a second once I put my stuff in it. Because I saw that there were a couple things in there. I just want to get this sorted out before any zombies wander up. Why? Oh, it's a ice cream commercial. Okay. I was like, why is there a cow on the television telling me it's a cow? Okay, it had beef jerky, canned sardines, and this Louisville map we didn't have already. We'll go ahead and open that up so we can see that area again. Because remember, we lost all our map data when we re-edit the game. Because you have to stay on the same seed of the world in order to keep your map data. Okay, why is there another Discord notification? Why is everybody going crazy? Ah, okay. Because yes, I have streamer mode on, which is why you didn't hear the Discord notification go off. But that doesn't mean I don't see a little number down there that's gonna drive my brain crazy. This character doesn't have cat's eyes yet again, so it's a little concerning at night. I did debate turning nights darker to make me actually use things like flashlights and such. Then I thought about it, and for practical reasons, I opted not to do that. And I don't think people joining will be that happy about that idea anyway, because they might join at night and just be blind and dead before they even know what happened. That's not really a great way for people to join. Sweet. I was wondering if I could pry open garage doors in this game. Turns out I can. Ooh, a Kanabo. Those are good. Those are real good. Apparently the damage on that thing is ridiculous. Box full of chairs. I'm gonna end up breaking the glass when I hit you, aren't I? No, surprisingly not. I really expected, since that was a glass door, that I was gonna send them through the glass door and it was gonna be a problem. Hand axe, crafted spear, a machete. It's a machete in good shape, too. This guy's not even lucky, we're just getting lucky. I still don't trust shovels after the incident. If you weren't here for the incident involving shovels, I forgot to go clip it. And it didn't get clipped. But basically, a shovel blocked the world from existing for a little bit. I couldn't see anything because I had a shovel on my back. So every time I turned, the broken shovel model would cover a very large portion of the world, and we were very confused for a bit as to what was happening with that. Until I put the shovel down, and the void zone stayed still. And then all became clear. Yeah? I'm assuming they're behind the barricaded door, or they're behind this door. Yep, there they are. I do still have it on 3 times experience, which is why we've gained another long blunt level already. But again, with the life expectancy of most of our characters, it just makes reasonable sense for experience rates to be pretty high so they can actually learn to do something before they die. Yeah, that side's barricaded. But we probably can just pry this side open without issue. Yep, there we go. I'm really happy that I found that mod that lets me use the crowbar for what a crowbar could do, which is open doors for me. And sure, it's not as easy as they're making it look to use a crowbar to open a door, but a crowbar could open a door. especially in the right hands. Well, this doesn't look like it ended well. Gonna go out on a limb and assume that this car is not gonna be drivable. But I'm curious, can I actually check its condition? I can! I can check the condition of the upside-down car. Imagine if there was a glitch where I could get in this car and just drive it around upside down. I think we all know I absolutely would if I could. Just drive away in the upside-down mobile. This will be an improvement over our current shirt, because at least it's got sleeves. So that will provide a little bit more protection. I don't really need the t-shirt and the lumberjack shirt, though. Get rid of that. Because that's going to be way too much heat, especially with the bulletproof vest we have on. Which, very fortunate to find a civilian bulletproof vest right out the gate, I gotta tell you. I don't know how good it's going to be against bites, but anything is better than nothing. Pickaxe. Huh. Probably would make some good dents and skulls, but I don't think we need that right now. We've already got quite a few competent weapons. We're really now mostly looking for other things. Huh. So, I guess you would use the scissors to cut the denim so you can get the denim strips for bandages? Because we know we can't rip it. But I never actually looked into the crafting screen to see if you could cut it. We could unload the 9mm rounds for gunpowder. Not sure why you'd want something that's literally labeled useless scrap there, game. We could make a spear from the rakes. Ah, yes, that's clearly something I need, is a paintbrush. Yes. We should actually disinfect those rags. That is a smart move. You'll notice we can actually do a lot of these contextually, but we can also do them in here. If you ever wanted to see them all in one place, you can just look in here and see what you actually need for some things. Make a scrap blunderbuss. Actually, no, that's to disassemble it. Okay, so it does actually show you recipes even if you don't have the capability to make them. Okay. I thought you would actually gain some, but I do know you gain certain ones using the books, so those might not actually show up in the list. Okay, so you can attach most any blade to a stick to make a spear. That makes sense. You can actually just carve a baseball bat. Huh. What do you know? I've never actually really looked through in here. Make a shillelagh. Need a tree branch for that. Didn't really add as many recipes as I thought when I added all these mods. But then again, one of the more significant recipe mods was one of the ones I removed because it wasn't working. So there's that. And we're also still finding plenty of things, so it's not like I really need to worry about making things. I just always enjoy crafting, so I'm always on the lookout for more crafting to do. As long as it's crafting that actually matters at all. Of course, I sterilized the rags, and now we got actual bandages I could have been sterilizing. I should probably be carrying tweezers. I'm not worried about having bullets in me, but broken glass could happen. Bullets are more for on public servers or such, where you're gonna end up actually having to deal with other people. Because to my knowledge, there's no surviving humans in this game currently. So nobody's gonna be shooting at me or anything. And I don't think the zombies ever figure out how to use guns. So, boy, that would be a thing. Just walk out onto the street and just a zombie rolls up with a shotgun. Oh, how the turntables would turn. And I gotta say, today was the first day, I think, so far this year that I woke up and it actually felt cold. So, I'm very happy about that. After all of the days I've been complaining about the heat, this has been a wonderful change. Here's hoping it lasts. Box of screws. I don't really have metalworking skills, so I don't think the pipes will do us much good. Ah, yeah, there we go, a tennis racket. That's gonna be my great zombie killing weapon. There we go. Not exactly subtle when we break in with a crowbar, but it's a crowbar. If you're trying to be subtle and you're using a crowbar, you're doing it wrong. So far, this guy's been having a much better life than most of our last session's people, though. So I've definitely made it easier. That much is guaranteed. Which was not entirely my intention. But being weird with that window in your bathrobe, damn it. Got a key, but I'm assuming that's a house key, since it doesn't have a car type listed for it. I used to grab those keys whenever I saw them, but I never could figure out a use for them. Hello, aluminum baseball bat. That aluminum bat should be a very nice replacement for when our crowbar eventually gives up on us. Fanny pack, we may as well grab for a little tiny bit more carrying capacity. Military boots and riding boots seem to have the same defense. The military boots are slightly better for wind resistance and things, though, so we'll go ahead and swap those. Debated keeping the riding boots as a backup, but I don't think I'm gonna need to worry about that. I almost forgot I didn't have a screwdriver, so I would have left without one. Oh, look, another one. How's the bag doing for space? Not great. So I won't be taking that plank, then. I was debating grabbing it in case I could use it for something, but if I'm already low on space, I'm not grabbing random crap like that. So we can put the screwdriver in the fanny pack. The hammer on our belt. Can I put the machete on the belt? No, it goes on the back. I'm on the fence whether a machete is guaranteed to be so big that you need to put it on your back. I feel like that could be a belt item. But I suppose it depends on the size of the actual machete. I would presume that there's a possibility for variation there. Like, this is obviously a back item too, yeah. I can put the scissors on my belt. If I ever actually need them. But this way they're not taking up space in the bag. Put a screwdriver in here, so it's got 0.6 capacity left. Sure, put the needles and thread in there. Not things that matter super much, which is why they're going in there. Because I'm never going to be like, oh yeah, I should go find how many of these I have. Because I don't think I'm going to need needle and thread so badly that I'm going to be making sure I have a head count for it. Compared to some things. The other option would have been to put the bullets in the fanny pack, but I don't know. I don't think I need to worry about that badly. This bulletproof vest really just looks like I'm wearing a white sweater vest. And I don't know how to feel about that. Like, I've just kind of engaged maximum backpacker at this point. Oh. Well, I got the attention of somebody that was in there. The window's just open? Okay. While you're distracted with the door... Wait? What? Did I end up double-clicking the door or something and not realize it? Because I saw the door shake, so I thought there was a zombie. I came in here, nobody's here. Dun dun dun. What is with all these non-book bookshelves around here? Goddamn people not reading. That on the ground. There's a few zombies out there worth keeping an eye on. I don't really think I need knitting needles for anything. Like, I probably could stab something with a knitting needle, but I feel like if I'm to the point where I'm using knitting needles as weapons, I might be in trouble. Just saying. Considering all the other things we found, I feel like that would be the point where I'm probably at the point where I should be accepting the fact that I'm probably going to die. Or I should be running for my life. One of the two. Once again, clicked through to the window. How about you actually pry open the thing I told you to? Then you might succeed. What do you know? Though he pried open the wrong side of it for the way it opened, but we don't need to think that much about that. And the zombies definitely know I just broke into this house. So we probably should make tracks relatively rapidly. Oh, this garage is dark as fuck. Let's pry this open so we can get some light in here. It's gonna mean the zombies can get at me easier, but this way I can see what I'm doing. Somewhat. Bad zombie. You're both a bad zombie and bad at being a zombie. I don't really need any of these things. So I ended up causing this place to get worse for no real reason, but that's fine. We leave now. Goodbye. I gotta say, it's nice having this character who can fight better than most of the ones we were using yesterday as well. Because he's fighting, running around, and doing all of this and not getting immediately tired. Because we've gone through a lot of houses and a lot of zombies without getting tired this time. You really just don't know when to quit, do you? But, you know, a crowbar is also just a really good weapon. You got keys for any cars on you? Nope. You got any of them keys? God, garage doors are so loud when you pry them open. The loudest thing. Yeah, I don't really need any of this. More duct tape. More batteries. I could just put this front-facing fanny pack on my back. It won't get that upset, but I also don't really need another fanny pack. I'm actually going to start hoarding these scrap electronics to do stuff with, potentially. Not that I have the greatest expectations that will live long enough for me to make use of that, but, you know, may as well. Do I even bother grabbing the rifle? I guess I have to grab it in order to load it. I'm debating whether it's worth me bothering to carry it around with me. Because the odds of me actually making use of it and actually paying off right now really aren't great. Because the moment I fire this thing, bad times are going to ensue for me. I also can't fit it in my bag right now. No. I think I'll put it back in its gun case now that it's loaded, and just bear in mind that this exists. Unless... can I jam the gun case in my bag? No, because that's, of course, encumbrance 6, whereas the gun would be encumbrance 4. Of course that wouldn't work. What kind of nonsense am I thinking here? I'm thinking of cheating. That's what I'm thinking. Can I manage to do weird inventory magic? In this particular case, no. No, I cannot do weird inventory magic. This whole being a fast to get thirsty character, though, is getting upsetting already, as expected. Like, it's not an issue, it's just like, oh god, you're thirsty again, why? Even though I know why, still why? Ooh, a jackknife. I mean, it does double as a screwdriver, so can't hurt to have it on hand. We already have a screwdriver, but you never know when you're gonna break it or lose it or anything. Yes, disassemble the table when I'm looking at a generator. Yes. Yeah, you know, it's a great idea that this generator's just sitting out here in this shed that would kill anyone that was in it if they ran the generator. Really should check on the durability of this crowbar at this point. We've went through a lot of zombies with it. Still pretty good, actually. But it is metal, so it makes sense that it would hold up decently well. Sir, please. Nothing good. Apologies for the yawning if you can hear me doing that. I am trying to keep it down when I do it, but I am doing a lot of yawning today. Come here, Mr. Zamboni. Good night. This is a damn big building. I think it's a church? It's a blue icon, so I would assume... Yep, there's some stained glass back here. And of course I went to the wrong end. The door must be the bit that's sticking out over here, then. Because it didn't look like the front had a door to it in this particular case. Or there's not a door here either. Okay, very good. There it is. I said, open. I'm not giving up. See? Stubbornness pays off. Okay. Yeah, no, this is a big church. Huh, I guess that... Actually, with the amount of pews in here, this is a fairly regular-sized church, wouldn't it? Eh. It really doesn't matter. Church is a church is a church. Is it bad that I'm very much having to fight the urge to either rip up all the pews for wood or set the place on fire for fun? Hello? This bit of floor here is suspicious. Nope. Guess there's nothing here. I remember hearing people talk about prying up a set of floorboards in this game to find something, but I don't know if that's a mod they had that I don't, or if that's just a thing that they were talking about that's not actually a real thing. Because there's a lot of busted up floorboards in here, so I feel like that wouldn't be a thing here. This church also was pretty unhelpful. Unsurprisingly. I could disassemble the piano, but I wanted to play the piano. So that church was a very big waste of time. Parking lot, however, might be something productive. Duct tape, toilet paper. Fine. More toilet paper. A lot of cars with toilet paper in them here, huh? Must be a shit church. Gonna go out on a limb and say something bad happened right over there. Take your pick at which part of that's the bad part. The fact that the car is upside down, the fact that it's been on fire, or the fact that there is a very charbroiled old being next to it. Got options there. None of you had keys, though. Car keys? No car keys. Oh, boy. Please tell me one of you are gonna have car keys. The endless search for a car I can get into. One of these days you're gonna fall over. Come on. Down you go. Come on. This must be one of the durable ones. There it goes. You cheeky shit. Just because I'm distracted by your tanky friend does not mean you're getting in there and hitting me in the back. Now you both paid the price for it. I see that other zombie up there. And remember, I said there were less zombies now. That's clearly only partially true. Though compared to before, this is still less zombies. Because in an area like this, there would ordinarily have been like twice as many of, for example, in this pile. Because this is a area that you'd expect to have a lot of people be dying in at a time like this, because people would come running to the church and things like that for sanctuary. But we found a dead officer, so now we get his gun and his belt that I can put the gun on. Would the police vest be... No, the civilian vest and the police vest are apparently the same thing, so don't need to worry about that then. We do have another pistol we can put in the other holster. So, there we go. Whether they'll ever actually leave those holsters is anyone's guess, but I have them. Nope, that one's locked. This entire, like, half-a-day adventure, and this guy's only now starting to get mildly tired. as I've said last time, I presume increasing your skill with a weapon probably also reduces the exertion of using it. You basically get, practiced at swinging it and don't waste your effort on bad swings. Holy blue hell, there's so many. I think I found the damn church congregation. They didn't die in the church. They all came outside and got raptured. What the fuck? Is this another church next to a... Jesus Christ. Oh, hate it here. Hate everything about this. Nope. Time to go. This is officially at the point where there's too much shit here. We're also overweight because I'm carrying the boonie hat still like a fool. There we go. Maybe we'll get lucky and this shop won't have an alarm on it. Of course, I could just go through that door over there, but no, I'm a silly person, apparently. It's also why I shut the door in my own face. We're closed. Go away. Oh yeah, there you go. That's what I need. A Hawaiian shirt, clearly. Yes. You know, I've had customers like this before. So impatient to get in that they break a window. I'm so incredibly disappointed right now, though, because they broke the window, but somehow still have not gotten in here yet. Here. That's how disappointed in this zombie I am. I broke the window for them. Because that was just shameful. Quit hit me in the ankles, damn it. Oh, I dropped the crowbar. Uh-oh. Well, it's hammer time. Use the sterilized rag because it's convenient. There we go. Get my crowbar back in my hands before they get in here. Okay. Yep, the parade has realized the door is not smart and that the window's a better option. And just in time for them to have broken through the door, too, so that's not ideal. That should buy me a minute or two to check these boxes before I go flying out the door. Looks like all these boxes are just gonna have bleach in them, though, huh? That's disappointing. Anyway. Later, fools. Woo! Everything is fine. Bonk. Oh, for the love of God. It's times like this, it's a pity we don't actually gain straight levels by killing. That we could spend whatever way we want, because boy, I would be the most powerful man at the rate this is going. But we do keep gaining more levels in our blunt weapon, so there is that. And our strength is going up, just as with the other character, by constantly swinging away to save our own life. Garbage bag, sack, twine. Da-da-da-da-da! We are getting very tired, though, so we need to not be around all of these zombies for a little bit. you didn't have a key either. It may actually be in our best interest to head back to that residential section that we cleared a bunch of houses in and go take a nap in one of the houses. Get our life together. Well, that last part clearly isn't going to happen, but that's neither here nor there. This man is too tired to sprint away like he was before, either. Wait, why are we overburdened? Oh, our strength went down because we got hurt a bit. That's upsetting. Couldn't drink that. Son of a whore. Got me because I was taking a drink too. All it takes is one lapse in attention. Your zombie chow. You get to live, because I got a boogie. On the bright side, it's just a torso scratch. I really thought that was going to be a neck injury, and I was going to be so upset. Mostly with myself about that one, because it's like, really, the one time you're not paying attention, you get your neck bit into again? Come on, man. Focus. Yeah, we just need to get away from this vicinity. Because apparently this area is just the worst. That must be on the other side of the big fence. I thought that was a gate, but it's like, nope, that's just a lie. Excuse me, pardon me, excuse me. Coming through. The big fences, I'm presuming, are why the residential area is not as flooded with zombies as up here is. They mostly haven't figured out how to get past the big fence. Of course, I've now just led a parade of them around the big fence, so that's not ideal for me. But, you know. God damn, you're a stable zombie. There you go. They just were refusing to hit the floor. God damn it. Stop it. Bad. You should feel bad. Nothing I need. The empty bottle wouldn't be a bad thing to have, but right now, our priority is on finding somewhere to rest. I think these are houses we've been to already. Because I think we circled up to the area we got in trouble in from here. Maybe. I really should have marked a good house. Now, our tail is still behind us, though. Nope, I can't jump the fence either. Okay. Gotta go around it. We really are kind of a mess right now. Because I went and did the thing again where I overdo it, and now we're crawling along having a bad time. And there's a zombie banging on a trash can somewhere. Take a seat for a second. It's going to take the zombies a second to catch up to me, so I should be able to at least catch my breath. I don't know if that's the zombies that were following me or if one inside has detected me now. We can at least move. Good thing I chose to move when I did. Good old instincts kick in once again. Because my brain was like immediately, it's probably about time. We should go. We should move. And lo and behold, there's the zombie that wants to bite my face. I can't claim that I, like, did a time count on that or anything. That was just pure reckoning, like, hey, it's been a little bit. There's probably gonna be one of them right around that bend very soon. It's gonna be a problem. Oh yeah, I have some vitamins, don't I? So I can kick some of this fatigue. It's not gonna be great, but it'll be better than nothing. Wow, that doesn't seem to have really helped at all, which is not surprising. Vitamins aren't a cure, they're a preventative, usually. We're also probably so fatigued that that ain't gonna help. I'm gonna hazard that I've been here before. Yep, there's the shed I opened as I was fighting my way away from here. So there might actually be somewhere I can actually hole up around here. Is the worst of the ones that were trailing me around here are up over there on the left. So if there's a second floor in that house down and right from us, which I don't remember if there was or not, we might be able to do something with that. Yeah, because that's the house right before we went to the churches, and that's when everything went sideways. Well, that's interesting. I tell him to disassemble the fence and he hops over it. And then I just walk away. Not necessarily how I planned to work that angle, but you know what? It worked. Can I do that again? Sure can. Oh yeah, because this is the garage I opened up to get some light, and then realized there was more zombies than I accounted for. Okay, there's one zombie there. That's okay. That zombie is not attentive, but this one came out of somewhere and figured out I was here. This is why you check your corners on your way in or out of anywhere. Did what I think happen over there? Did the zombie break out through the window? Okay, no. I thought the zombie broke out through the window, realized I was here, and turned around and started banging on the glass door, and I was gonna be so annoyed. But no, this one broke the window, then turned around and realized I was here, apparently. Problem is, we're so tired that we're doing negligible damage right now. So all we're doing is making an awful zombie painting all over the wall. Well, there went another window on this place. I think we should leave. I think this isn't a good place to stay. I think everything over here sucks. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is a lesson in why you mark good houses on your map with your pen, so you know where you should turn around to go back to when you need to retreat to sleep. This place has a lot of doors, so we can work that, potentially. This is right next to a window, though. Let's take a look around here a little more. That's got 2 windows. That's not any better. This is why I'm like, I want a second floor room, because otherwise a zombie might wander up, break through the window, and ruin our day immediately. But with the window covered, and if I turn the light off, we might be okay. Oh, the light was already off. Perfect. Oh, fingers crossed. Live or die. We'll know very rapidly whether it works out or not. If we suddenly hear crashing, smashing, and oh god noises. Maybe we'll be lucky and we'll have slept our wounds off, too. That one's gone, and... that one's gone. Perfect. We're back in fine shape again. That's good news, at least. We no longer have any injuries. We can go get something to drink, and then we can make another foray to the north. Now that we have the energy to go fight properly again. Because we won't be getting sleepy, which is, I'm pretty sure, where most of our energy issues came from. Is the fact that we started getting tired. Also, it's been cloudy all day, but it's been getting darker, so there's a chance I might be dealing with a storm here in a little bit. It was raining last night, so it might just be leftovers from that. Just keeping that mentioned. In case anything suddenly goes down, it would probably be because of any kind of inclement weather like that. And if you suddenly start hearing lots of booming and banging from the microphone, that would also be it. There we go. Cleaned up. Clean the us up as well. So we stop stinking so much for zombies to find. Though I don't remember seeing a smell stat, so I don't think being covered in filth actually makes you easier to find, but it never hurts to get rid of. Gotta have some standards in the apocalypse, after all. We may as well eat something that's here rather than using any of our supplies as well. Nom nom nom. Considering there is plenty of stuff just laying around here, like granola bars and chips. Yeah, we're not in bad shape for weight. We're at 80 right now. Which I believe in this game they do it in kilograms. But it's not actually listed with what weight measurement that is. I just am making guesses at that based on the fact that it says 80. And we're not massively underweight. Because in pounds, most people are 100 plus. Us as an adult, usually significantly plus. I don't think we checked most of these bodies that I trailed out here. Well, none of these had anything good anyway. But yeah, I am interested in going back up into that commercial district we were in. Over here. But I'm assuming we'll find some good stuff up there, as long as we can deal with the quantity of zombies that were up there. Key part to that, of course, dealing with the quantity of zombies. I think you got an axe sticking out of you there, buddy. If you just hold still, it'll help you with that. There you go. Yep, that sure was an axe in his back. For fuck's sake. There wasn't a countertop or anything there again, but okay. I think it was treating it as if it was a window instead of a big window. I mean, if I wanted to walk around with a chef hat, I could now, but I'd rather keep my hard hat. We could snag us a microwave. But we'd have to plug it in wherever we'd go if we wanted to cook on the go. Really wouldn't help us much anyway. Considering I'm carrying primarily, like, canned goods and things. For that very reason. So I didn't need to worry about cooking. Seeing all those tea bags laying around makes me wonder if you can actually make tea properly in this game or not. There's a kettle and tea bags, so presumably. Candy a day keeps the unhappiness away. I'm here to put you out of your misery of working retail. There you go, you're free now. I think there's somebody back here. I'm checking behind every shelf because you might not actually get vision between the shelves unless you actually go physically there. I'd rather not get a surprise while I'm searching in here. It looks like it's mostly just more of what was out there, which is how most back rooms work. Unlike what some customers may think. It's like, oh, you don't have this out? Well, clearly you must have it in the back. It's like, well, no. As it turns out, if it's not out, it's because we don't have it. Crazy, I know. Did I really... I just used the machete to open a can instead of the can opener I had. Points for style? I guess? Sometimes. Ooh, chocolate-covered coffee beans. Not much for coffee, but honestly, I wouldn't mind those right now, because that might actually shake some of this brain fog out. Because as nice as this tea I have is, not only has it gotten cold, but the brain fog is still here regardless. Why do I... Oh, okay. I noticed multiple numbers on Discord this time, so I'm like, what just happened? But it's just an announcement that has duplicates across multiple servers. But when I see like a higher number than 1 with my notifications these days, it sometimes just triggers my fight or flight. Like, what the hell just happened? What went wrong? Whose ass do I need to kick to fix something? Who fucked up? You know, I'm glad I didn't say what I was thinking. But I think the universe heard me anyway. Because I was going to say, wow, there's really not that many zombies over in this section. It's because they're all in here. Yeah, you cheeky bastard. Joke's on you. You didn't actually get me. Oh, come on now. They're working together. That's cheating. Use the sterilized bandage because I don't have time to disinfect right now. And I'm just gonna have to hope that that's good enough. Well, if I needed a holster, there'd be another one. Bad. Bad. At least we took them both together. Made it nice and easy. Duffel bag's just got a bottle of water in it. I'm glad this one was stupid and got stuck on the door. Of course, I was almost stupid and got eaten by the one who got stuck on the door, so who really would have been the stupid one there? Answer both. I think this is a bank? Yeah, there's a big vault behind a bunch of low shelves. Yeah, this is a bank. Ordinarily, I'd question why everybody's at the bank in the apocalypse, but honestly, nah, that checks out. There's honestly a bigger question why I'm in the bank in the apocalypse at this point. Because, let's be real, we don't need money. Money kind of doesn't have meaning. Unless there's actually areas that haven't been destroyed by the zombies. Which I find unlikely. So I think there's not going to be much point in finishing clearing this place out. Oh yeah, what do you know? Gee, I wonder if it could be the bank, guys. Maybe it's the bank. There's where I threw the boonie hat after I realized I was carrying it still. What we really probably want to find is like a hardware store or a gun shop or something like that. Ideally. Level 4 blunt weapons, I think? Yeah. don't think I really need a donut shop. Not gonna lie to you. Don't really think a donut shop or an ice cream shop's really gonna make a big difference for me here. As nice as easy food that lasts a very long time would be, not really a priority right now. I'm carrying a lot of canned goods that'll hold me for the foreseeable future. Actually, an auto parts store wouldn't be a bad thing either, now that I think about it. In the hopes of assembling a fully functioning car that I would also then find the keys for. Yeah, we're in a very densely populated area for zombies, and we're still only at most spiking up a little bit past 60% now for CPU, so definitely fixed it, I think. Considering situations like this would have had it spiking to 80 and 90 before. Just need to get at keys. Which it's possible the keys will be in the building. It's possible they'll be out here in the parking lot. It's possible one of these idiots has the key. Unfortunately, there's a lot of options for where these keys could be. Crouching does actually help you search for things, by the way, as you would logically figure. But if you want a breakdown of what all of your bonuses and malices are for it, that's right there. So sneaky, so sneaky. Wham! Stealth. But I guess we could check inside this building and see if anybody's got keys. I think this is a restaurant? Looks like a restaurant to me. Ah! Son of a bitch. Get off me. Must be a popular restaurant with the line being all the way out here. Oi. Nope. Fuck you. Either a lot of people have Louisville maps, or I keep looking at the same body over and over again. I kept looking at the same body over and over again. The constant train of zombies coming this way is becoming problematic. Yeah, I figured the other one was getting kind of close. Down, Karen, down. No, you will not speak to my manager. I don't favor odds on finding what I'm looking for in here, but may as well take a look. The fact that it's already nighttime again makes me sad as well. Specifically, I think it... Yeah, it's just hit midnight. Well, that's not great. Fill our bottle. You can actually watch the encumbrance meter go up when I did that. Where the hell did the sink go? There it is. I think I just drank from the toilet, but you know what? It's fine. Go ahead and pop another vitamin. Since I just realized they were still there. Put all that back in the bag. So we stop being over encumbered. Ooh, you might be a likely candidate for having the keys to a pickup truck. With your trucker hat. Or maybe you. Well, you have a key. I don't think it's the key I'm looking for, but I'll grab it anyway. Because as I mentioned before, they should be marked, but the fact that they have a random key does still make me suspicious anyway. So I figure I may as well snag it. Have some grapes, and probably eat this orange as well. What, you wanted the orange, Mr. Zombie? I can hear you. You're upset. There you are. But you should have called dibs on the orange if you wanted the orange. It's not my fault you didn't call dibs. You also don't have a key, so I don't care about your existence anyway. Go away. Hey there, warrior woman. How you doing? Welcome to me very slowly wandering around trying to find keys to any of these vehicles. Hope all is well with you. Yeah, dance. Gas cans. Looking like the car plan is really not gonna go a whole lot anywhere right now. Wait, I just had the prompt to pry it open a second. There we go. And... useless. Great. So happy that I bothered to pry that open. Okay. Nope. Nothing useful in you either. I could get in here the sensible way, but I feel like having fun. Ooh. Admittedly, you're probably gonna be peeling for a while, but it'll be worth it. Though I suppose it depends on how much you're planning on putting in the pie. Maybe they'll have something useful behind the bar. We don't really need alcohol. Let's see. Nope. Alcohol, alcohol, alcohol. Sadness, alcohol. Bleach. Yep. Didn't have a gun behind the bar or anything. Yep, this place is completely pointless. Nothing good here either. Okay. May as well check the back rooms. Or the bathrooms, apparently. Oh. I'd question why we're sweating so much, but we've been brawling with an army over here, so... I feel like it's only reasonable that we're sweating. It's also 71 degrees, which isn't bad for some people, but it's not ideal for fighting in long sleeves. That much is clear. What do we got? You had a hand fork. Okay. Whoop. Car key. Chevalier Promenade. Is apparently this thing. Okay. Does it run? Yes, it's actually in pretty good shape. Has no gas, but we can fix that. We're in business. We finally have a vehicle. Place your bets on how quickly I'm gonna crash this damn thing into a tree like yesterday. Siphon off some gas from this car here. Bring it over to the other one. Oh good, it didn't use my water bottle for the gasoline this time. I doubt there was much gas, considering it didn't take long for it to go through, but any gas is better than no gas. Yeah, we don't have a lot, but it should be enough to get around for a little bit. I just gotta watch out for random wrecks in the middle of the road. I don't have speed demons, so I'm not gonna be driving too crazy. I almost wouldn't mind having Sunday driver just so the car isn't going as mental. Why'd I do that? The answer, I tried to turn at a bad time. That's why I did that. Really should be feathering that acceleration a little more than I am as well. That, I believe, is the school. God damn it. I look away for half a second, and lo and behold, there's a van in the middle of the road. There's the car we saw that was upside down. Where am I even trying to go right now? I mean, out of town wouldn't be the worst idea. We already have a pretty good backpack, so we don't need the school bag. Let's try getting out of town. Problem with the highway is going to be there's going to be a bunch of mess all over it, just like everywhere else. Not far off from normal highways, really. Like that. I'm gonna start taking it a little bit easier, otherwise we're gonna be in trouble quicker than I thought. And I can't even say that this car's in bad shape, as it isn't. It's gonna be by the time I'm done with it at the rate we're going. At least I'm managing to stay on the road this time. I've definitely had times where I couldn't stay on the road at all. There's another one of these messes. Pardon me, gentlemen. That is your own problem to deal with, not mine. Oh, what a difference not flooring the accelerator makes, huh? Can actually avoid a problem. On the note of flooring it, though, good idea to get away from that. That was a few of them. I'm tempted to stop to try to siphon gas from that car, but I'm pretty sure that zombie's alive. And he's gonna try to jump me the second I try to siphon that. Bad enough that they could potentially be under cars. The ones that are just taking naps are also a real problem. Yep, every time I try to open it up, there's gonna be another vehicle in the way. That one, though, looked safe, suspiciously. We'll go ahead and park the car here. I'm not turning it off quite yet because I don't want to have to turn it back on when we go to run for our life, in case there is something here. No gas, huh? Well, that's unfortunate. Let's make sure, though. Engine's toast. Yep, not even the slightest bit of gasoline. Maybe there's something in the trunk, though. I don't think I've seen a gas can that isn't empty. Or duct tape. Don't really need more, though. We got like 5 bits of duct tape already. So in the end, that was probably pointless to stop for, though the CPU usage did hit the ceiling for a moment there. So I think we were reaching a new spawn zone. So it was probably a good idea to stop the car anyway. A police car might not be the worst thing to stop to try to hit, actually. Because there might be a decent weapon in there, or maybe some better armor, anything like that. This car's still in good enough shape, we can use it as a battering ram a little bit. Save me some energy. And maybe I'll get lucky and there'll be some gas I can siphon. Because that's the one downside to ramming them with the car, is I'm burning fuel. Let's zoom back in a little bit so I can see what I'm doing. Out from the shadows came a woman in a dress who wanted me dead. Can't say that's the first time that's happened. Nightstick, shotgun. Hello, officer dead. Goodbye, officer dead. We already have a couple holsters, so we don't need his things. D pistol. We do have capacity for it, so go ahead and pop that in the bag. Deputy jacket would be an improvement over our shirt. But we're already sweating. So I'm gonna throw that in the bag for now. What do we got? Lots of bullets. And another rifle. Though I left the other rifle behind because space. I will go ahead and throw the bullets in the bag, though. Interesting that there's a magazine for an M14, but no M14 to be seen. And no gas to be siphoned. Well, that's unfortunate. We might run out of gas before we get anywhere, then. At which point I most likely will end up just abandoning the car. Unless there's gas to be had here. We'll go ahead and turn it off this time. Because the gas is getting low enough that I don't really want to risk running out quicker than I would otherwise. There we go. One more. Got anything good? Nope. No extra keys either, so we won't be able to make use of any of these other cars. You can also attach cars together, which I've yet to try, but I feel like it would end in disaster. Go ahead and pry the ambulance open, because there should be some medical stuff in here. And it gets us back to our crowbar, which is convenient. Come on. Open. I'm too stubborn. You're not going to be able to stop me. Eventually, I will open this. See? Told you. I cannot be stopped. Ooh, 2 trauma bags. Go ahead and chuck those on the ground so I can open them up and get the goodies. I think there is a better way to do it than what I'm doing, but that's just the convenient way I know of to do it, is just throw an open container on the floor. And I could have taken one of the trauma bags with me to carry in my hand, but while we're using our crowbar, that wouldn't really be a great idea. We can, however, make use of our own trunk to finally stop constantly walking on the edge of our capacity. Throw some of our redundant things in here. Because in theory, we'll be keeping the car with us. That's for a good while. Unless, you know, I explode it by slamming it into a tree again. Which is always a possibility. I will never deny the fact that I have a remarkable capacity for exploding my own vehicles. And buildings. I've definitely exploded many buildings. Intentional or otherwise. I don't really need to be carrying the welder mask on my person. Or the welding rods. Because we don't really have the skills to be making that much use of most of those things. That's fair. It's a very deep game, I'll give it that. The controls and some of the systems make it a little bit of a high bar of entry to some people. Because, like, I owned this for a while, but I never really got into it until I saw other people playing it again recently and learned the last little bit I needed to understand how to function in this game. And if you're not into survival games, this definitely wouldn't be that great for you. Uh-oh. Oh, did the engine just die? Oh, come on. This was not the time for that to happen. I'll have to take a look at that. The engine might have just given up the ghost on me at the worst possible time. But I give the developers full credit on this one, because they made a very, very good, very deep game. It's just a little bit of a headache to work with. Okay, so let's have a look at what's wrong with the car. There's another zombie ambling his way over here. Oh, I've got zombies ambling in from everywhere. And I have to look at this quick then. I'm pretty sure, though, it is the engine. No? Battery? Oh, we just actually ran out of gas. Okay. I forgot to put the gas I siphoned in it. Okay, that's fine. We were so close to empty for so long that I wasn't sure if it actually emptied or something had gone wrong. So once we crunch these boys, we'll be able to get back on the road again then. Because, like, I will say, this is probably the deepest survival game I've played, aside from Cataclysm Dark Days Ahead. That still gets credit for being deeper than this, but that also is a even more of a headache game to play. So there's that. You know, there's that balance between depth and playability for the average person. That's a vital thing for developers to figure. Because it's much the same thing that things like the Arma games, for example, run into. It's probably some of the best simulation you're going to run into for the type of game it is, but it's not very accessible. I don't think we gained a lot of fuel, but at the very least, the car should run again. Yeah, it's about as much fuel as we had when we started our little adventure. But in theory, after this bridge, there should be another town not too far from here. Considering we're seeing fencing and such. Car's also slightly drifting to the left, because I was driving, far as I could tell, straight, and I noticed it was just ever so slightly creeping left over the line. So the wheels might be slightly out of alignment. I don't know if that's actually a thing that gets rendered in this game or not. Well, they don't have the back of those legs anymore. They don't have anything anymore. But if I keep ramming into them like that, we're gonna lose the hood and the engine before or too long. So I shouldn't keep doing that. But if you want a very similar experience with less of the survival part, I would say something like 7 Days to Die achieves a very close comparison. Though the perspective is, of course, different since that's a first-person game. But that's the closest other comparison I could make in the more accessible side of things. But it also depends on what you're looking for out of that type of game, too. Need another maintenance level. Down they go. Anything good in here? I think I can lift the barricade as well, somehow. I could disassemble the security terminal. You know what? What happens if I do that? I'm curious. We'll try that for science. Worst case, I electrocute myself, which I don't think I can actually do in this game. Though I've not dabbled with electricity in this yet. Quit banging on my window. I'm working here. Well, all I did was break it. Well, that's about as expected. Now, sir. Oh, I stand corrected, madam. I apologize. But I'm still going to stab you with the screwdriver I was working with. Anyway. Get the crowbar back. I'm assuming there's just scrap electronics laying here now. Yeah. Probably still do want those, though. They might be useful for something. But, we certainly aren't opening the gate now, I guess. I might be able to squeeze past it. We'll find out. Because I don't think you can ram the barricade down. Okay, good. We can sneak past. Okay, so if there's a checkpoint here, though... There might be a town right in here somewhere. It would make sense considering where this one is. But it would also make equal sense for there to be one that way, too. But, cargo quick, so we'll go this way. There's a parking lot. There being a parking lot there means there's probably not a town in that direction. God damn it. I juked the wrong way. If I just went left, we would have been clean. Hello? What do we got here? Looks like some kind of country club. Very zombie-infested country club. Oh, car's having a time. Uh-oh. Oh, wait. We're on grass, right. Car's gonna have a rough time on grass. Let's pull over, back over where we came in to hear from. It is possible for your brakes and things to break, by the way, so, you might not be able to stop the car at certain points. It could end up being a problem. Just saying. Be mindful of the capacity for your brakes to still work and your tires to not pop. They made the fact that people have belly button rings exist. Huh. That is a level of detail I did not anticipate. But that's a thing. This game is full of surprises. Even having played it for a good, like, 6 or 7 hours yesterday, and a few hours otherwise, there are still things that show up that surprise and confuse me. Then again, the void shovel was a surprise as well. Nope, missed. I do appreciate that this game is fully playable at no matter what zoom level you choose to be at, though. There's a lot of games with this perspective that if you zoom out a bit, they stop letting you do things, and it's annoying. Okay. I do want to zoom in a little, though, so I can see what I'm doing better while I'm fighting. Riding helmet... No, that's not actually better at all. Also soaked with blood, which everything I own is anyway. So that's not a change, but still not ideal. At least they didn't mess with my car. I don't even know where they came from, though. Now, the question becomes, is there going to be anything worthwhile here? Or is this going to be another country club I lose my shirt trying to take over? Why can't I pry this door open? Huh. Well, there's more than one way to handle a door that doesn't want to cooperate. It's called disassemble. That's fine. I didn't need materials. I needed access. If I had actual carpentry skill, I could actually get, like, planks and such back from that and all that good stuff. All I know is destroy. More often than not is all I need. I'm betting I didn't actually need to get back here at all anyway, but, you know. Never hurts. This is another hard door, so we'll go ahead and just take that door apart, too. This is why the hammer is on my belt. I really should put the screwdriver on the other part of the belt so I can get at it quicker. Rather than the scissors. But I had the scissors before the screwdriver. There we go. But we can quickly fix the screwdriver situation. As soon as I figure out where it went. Oh right, it's still in my hand. Good job, brain. Way to go. Just making so many good impressions with people. Seeing you do brilliant things like not find the thing you're holding in your hand. Of course, if my brain's working this well, the zombies should be ignoring me. They clearly don't want it. No, 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 no. Anything good? Nope. Not unless you consider a clip-on bow tie good. I should probably drink this before we get too tired because of the thirst. Reminding everyone once again, soda does not in fact hydrate you, so don't do this. You have a key, which will probably open some of the doors in here. Madam, this is a private club. Might be her club, actually. Oh, that was good reflexes. All these people with their damn hand forks. Drink some more free water. Fill up the orange soda bottle with water. There we go. Don't really need to take any of the fresh food with me because cooking it would be a hassle. Could take the coffee. Just bite into a potato. I don't know. I'm not gonna lie, I have just held a baked potato in my hand and ate it like an apple before, but It's a bit of a weird experience at times. And, you know, it would be recommended to, you know, bake the potato before eating it. And then just sitting there munching on raw potato. Oh, this is not good. Well, nope, that's the end. They managed to get a good enough grip, so that guy's toast. He had a good run. 149 zombies and almost 2 days of survival. He's now going to be a problem somewhere for me to deal with at some point. I think we spawned in Riverside? Yeah, Riverside was where we spawned with that character. So we will go ahead and spawn there again. Outdoorsman and angler. As a doctor. No. Unlucky is really bad. Deaf I might take. You know what? Sure. Let's risk being deaf for a change, and I'll grab Fast Reader with the 2 remaining points we have. Because Fast Reader's always good to have. And you will be Geroid Hezog, because that's a name. Whew, that's a hell of a name, actually. Where... I feel like we've been here before. Well, duh, obviously we've been here before since we went through with the majority of this town, but that's neither here nor there. Yeah, this is the house I was talking about tea, as I ran past the tea bag. Oh. When in doubt, defend yourself with a saucepan. Oh, yeah. He's deaf. Right. I immediately thought something broke because I didn't hear any sound effects, and I'm like, right. Deaf. Right. God damn it, brain. This might actually be a lot more dangerous for me than I thought. So I am actually very much used to using their sounds to track where they are. So we're going to be purely visual. It's also slightly awkward for streaming because now there's a lot less sound to go off of. Well, that's going to be a thing. And I could just throw this man's life in the bin, but I don't really want to do that. It's not how I do things here. Ignoring the fact that I have in fact done that before, but shh, it's okay. That didn't happen. That reality doesn't exist. There's absolutely not proof of any shenanigans like that on the YouTube channel or anything. Nope. Not at all. Nothing like that has ever happened. I think the most jarring part about this character being deaf is the fact that I can still hear the music for some reason. I think that's what's fucking with me more, is the fact that the music still exists. I also now can't use audio cues to tell whether something's locked when I try to open it or not. Like, I at least have the targeting highlight to tell me whether a zombie's dead or not. So I've got that going for me. Yeah, no, when you die in this game, all of your skills are gone. Your map knowledge, for some reason, remains. That's still a little weird. And of course, all of your equipment remains on the zombified previous you. Oh, there went our only weapon. I cannot do battle with gnome. Okay. I was absolutely going to just pick the gnome up in both my hands and just ram them with it like a lance. Power of battle gnome. Sadly, that is not to be. Curse you, doors. I don't have a crowbar or a hammer to disassemble them with anymore. Open. Come on, open. Alright, that one's not opening. Worked out about as well as when Claptrap says that. But this door. Nope. You do have a broken window, though. Foraging Volume 1 might actually be somewhat useful, as long as we can get a level of foraging. Sadly, level 0 does not count for those books. And a lot of our skills are going to currently be level 0. I don't know what being nimble actually does for us. I presume makes us better at things like jumping through the windows and all of that good stuff. And probably hopping over the fences. He does seem to have good form for that. That is a very unattentive zombie right there. Let's just put an end to you before you become a problem. Let's see if we can actually find something over here. Because I would like to actually... Oh god, that is not what I was trying to find. It's the opposite of finding good things. Found a zombie. See if I can actually spot something. We don't have any real negatives to our foraging right now, so we might actually find something. So if I could find a saw, I could probably, like, start taking branches off of trees as well. Because I want to actually fiddle with the crafting system more, but a lot of what we have available to craft involves rocks and trees and things. So I'm just going to do the awkward hobble shuffle. To see if I find things. Find things? Which I could actually, like, make a search focus for stones, for example, but really it won't make that big a difference right now, I don't think. And you'll notice as the screen changes, that's what's telling you what the territory you're in is. As the trees slowly fade out and the road signs trade in, where this is urban area with all the buildings and the poles, whereas the road itself is just poles. Like, there's a lot of nice little details that they put into this game. stabbed. Oh, joy, you had a butter knife. Clearly, that would be such an upgrade from my kitchen knife. Yes, a chicken knife. That would be so useful as well, wouldn't it? Brain, please. I know you're tired, but still, words, please. All I ask for is words. Even some words that make sense. Don't always have to be words that make sense, just words that at least exist. So I guess the concept of a chicken knife would exist already, wouldn't it? Because the word chicken exists and the word knife exists. Why is this where my brain's going today? Again, tired. Probably has a lot to do with it. The shotgun is empty at the moment, but I thought he would actually swing the shotgun at him. Turns out not so much, so that was almost bad. There are deboning knives, yes. Though I believe those are mostly for fish. At least that's the context I've usually heard them used in. Though I would assume any knife that's good for deboning would be good for anything that has bones. Well, this shotgun sure is doing a resounding nothing for me. It's hard to tell I'm even managing to fire the shotgun when we can't hear it. The only reason I know it fired is the fact that I can't keep firing. There we go. I actually hit that time. Which I will say, a shotgun like this is harder to hit with than you might think. I'll give them that. But at this range, you shouldn't be missing. I don't care if you've never used one of these before. At that range, I question. Don't get me wrong, this is a bad idea across the board, what I'm doing right now. Because I am making so much noise. Not that I can hear it, but I'm making a lot of noise. But I wanted to have fun with a shotgun. I believe when they turn green with their highlight is when you have a good chance to hit with your ranged weapon. But I'm not certain about that. I just know that every time the outline's been red, I've not hit anything. Oh, I don't have anything else to bandage that with, huh? Well, I used to have a pair of shorts. Now I have bandages. Which I could rip up all of their belongings for more bandages, but I don't need that many at the moment. I'm willing to bet I've gone through most of my shells, yep. Here, let me help you with that door problem. That is incredibly disappointing. That should have obliterated him through the door. Ah, well. On the bright side, now that we're out of shells, I'm no longer tempted, for one. And for two, that will mean that a lot of the zombies will be attracted to this area, so if we leave, they might not be where we're going. Keyword being might. There's just also a pretty good chance we're going to run into some en route, and that's going to be a problem, considering we're back down to just knife. Not that the shotgun was doing us any favors, admittedly. Come on, open up. Yeah. There you go. Perfect weapon, a spatula. How about not? Snag the peaches. We did lose our tote bag in the shotgun adventure, which means we also lost our rock. I could go back and get it, but honestly, it was just a rock and a tote bag. It's fine. Really? Footlocker's got nothing in it, huh? There's a pistol. And it is loaded. Ish. It's got one in the chamber. Hello, madam. Or sir, I can't tell which. Either way, die. Well, I guess die again, but that's neither here nor there. Just drink from the sink and walk away and pretend nothing bad happened. As for me, nothing bad did happen. For them, well, you know. Bad things had already happened, so really, I don't think I made it much worse by ending their zombie existence. Well, knife broke. Hey. Hey, I need that. Stand... And, well... It's fork time. By the power of food. Like 3 people are probably gonna get that one. Oh well. God damn you. Open. Don't want to break the window because it's going to be very loud. Not that me rattling these windows is quiet, but it's better than if I smash the window in. Nothing here I want. Can opener that I do want, since I no longer have a kitchen knife to open cans with. Munch the grapes. Because I'm betting we're going to start getting thirsty and hungry soonish. So just head that off at the pass. Since we're not going to be able to take it with us and have it not go stale anyway. And nobody wants sour grapes in their pocket. There we go. Oh, we didn't lose the tote bag. I forgot. It actually puts it in your inventory. Problem is, it doesn't actually give you the benefits of it when it's in your inventory. But we now have a satchel we can jam our items into, so we aren't massively overburdened. There we go. Satchel doesn't hold a lot, but it still holds more than our pockets do. It's a hell of a thing that dealing with a bag like that brings back memories of when I was in college, because I used to use a bag like that all the time. I don't really know why that connects right now, but well, there you go. You know, the griddle pan might actually be a better weapon than this fork. Just gonna go out on a limb and say that that's probably true. Nice solid chunk of metal, probably better than a fork. Don't know where I get that idea from. Just crazy thoughts, I know. Come on. Nope. Okay, how about this window? Just a weird old man with a griddle pan trying to get into houses. He can't hear you if you tell him to go away. Wait a minute. Am I crazy or is there a hole in the wall there? Well. You know, ignoring the fact that we clearly could crawl through the hole in space and time there, but it's fine. Okay, it's not got a hole in it on this side, so it probably was just showing me underneath the window, but usually those don't do that. So that one was weird. At the rate I'm going, a leather jacket might not be a bad idea. We're getting bit a bunch, so anything that protects us from a bit of biting is a good idea. Oh, there we go. We got a hammer and a screwdriver, so no more doors are going to stop us. Actually, we are wearing a formal shirt right now, and that one is not torn apart and bloody, so it's probably better. We'll go ahead and rip ours up. That shirt served us well, but now whoever's shirt this is will serve us better. Or, I suppose whoever's shirt this was. It certainly doesn't belong to them anymore, and they're not going to want it back after what it's going to go through on my body, probably. I think the settings we're at now are good enough that I'm comfortable running the server when people are actually interested enough to do it. I just gotta actually reach out to people and make sure of times and things and people actually being sure they want to do this. But who knows, maybe some of that will happen before Halloween. Ah. Curse my deafness. It's bad enough that I can be deaf sometimes. Character being deaf is very unhelpful. So I just keep running into zombies that I have no idea are there because I can't hear anything. And I don't think there's a hearing aid or anything in this game. I've seen earbuds, but I think those are for the radios, so that you can hear friendlies better without the radio making noise. Well, I say friendlies, I mean whoever happens to have a radio. They may not all be friendly. Clean those bandages. Well, I'm not really sure personally I would trust bandages I've cleaned rather than new bandages, but beggars can't be choosers in a situation like this. Though we've already learned many times that infections can be very debilitating in this game. And just, you know, that's just good life advice, that infections are very debilitating and bad. It is still my intent to sit down and work on the Halloween special model starting tomorrow. I don't know how far along that'll get, and I don't know if I'm gonna, like, show the work in progress or if I'm just gonna save it for Halloween yet or not. Oh hey, we gained a carpentry level ripping down random doors. You know what? This is too funny. I can't resist the allure of using a barbecue fork on zombies. It's probably bad that that entertains me that much, but at the same time, it does. It also was showing actually pretty decent numbers, which has me concerned. Oh god. Yeah, see, now they can actually surprise me because I don't hear them before we find them. So ordinarily I hear them long before we run into them. Man, my head's injured again. Setting. At least we can disinfect it finally. So it looks like they mostly just ended up ripping the bandage off my head rather than inflicting a new wound. So we got that going for us at least. Nothing else useful in there. Because that is a thing that can happen in this game, is your bandages can end up getting torn off, or you can reopen wounds and things like that. If you're stupid about how you're moving. Like I have been many times. I've lost count of the amount of times I have a leg injury and I hop a fence only to realize my leg is now torn open again. And I just question my life choices all over again. Oh, this isn't the key to this car. Okay. I half expected to be annoyed at the game for a moment when I walk over and the broken car is the one I easily found the key for. I genuinely would not have been surprised by that eventuality. Why am I still so burdened? Oh, right, the satchel doesn't reduce encumbrance much. Right. Go ahead and get rid of the shotgun, honestly. The odds of us finding shotgun shells without another shotgun being by them are not great. So we'll just roll with that. Now the question is, what car does this key belong to? That is a mystery I would like to solve. We can also put it on our key ring so I don't have to look at it anymore. It is kind of strange, though, that we found this key nearby, but it's not to this busted car. Because this is the same type of car. This car is obviously, very dead, considering the half of it over there that is basically missing. Ooh, hello. She was in bad enough shape that I didn't realize they were a deputy. I mean, that's the other thing is, short of seeing the clothing, I didn't even realize that was a she. That's just plastered bones and skin on the ground. So, where is the car that this key goes to? Because if this key happens to go to a working car, that changes things. So at the rate our injuries are piling up with this guy because I keep walking into zombies because I don't know any better, I don't anticipate our survival being long with this man. So unless he dies very, very fast, he's probably going to be our only other life today. Because as I said at the beginning of this, I've not been getting the best sleep lately, so I'm not going to go long today. Kind of give myself some time to rest. Like, I'm already not doing anything with this tomorrow because it's my usual day off, but gotta make sure to take care of yourselves. As much as I'm usually not a good example of that, I'm trying to be somewhat cautious right now. Since this is usually my good time of year as far as energy levels go, I'd rather be able to make something of it for all of you, rather than having it be wasted by me ignoring my body's warnings. Yeah, precisely. There are many questions there, Zeno. Only some answers. Bad zombie. Bad. But how you doing, Zeno? You're up kind of late, or are you up early? Better backpack. It's an interesting experience. It definitely is an acquired taste. Aw. Well, when I get the server up and running for this, which is probably going to be soon-ish, you are welcome to be a part of that. At whenever you want to. Ah, okay. Fair. That does tend to happen to both of us a fair bit. I want to get what's in my satchel, but a zombie wants to eat me. So I will jab him with my fork. Her with my fork? I think that might be a her. Doesn't matter. That's also fair. That would make sleeping slightly complicated. Ah, I see the notifications. Let me take a look. I'll just quickly pause so I can look at that. Ooh. I assume you're just gonna have to figure out the outfit you want for it at this point, because it looks like you've got it just about everything else in order for that. I still gotta figure out what I want to do for my Halloween design. I've got ideas, I just haven't committed to one yet. I might even end up making multiple, if I'm honest. Yeah, that's the other thing, is that's why I'm like, I may as well start multiple, because worst case, I start one, I'm not happy with it, I throw that one away, move on to the next one, rather than stubborning my way through one I'm not actually happy with. It's just to make sure that I have one. Okay, there's a zombie over there. This character's deaf, so I can't hear the zombies coming. Thankfully, the music cues still somewhat work. Which I still don't know why we can hear music when this character can't hear anything, but, you know. I'm grateful that the music is still there. Otherwise, this would be so weirdly quiet. It would be genuinely uncomfortable. Nope, can't open that trunk. Okay. And my key that I found is not to either of these cars, even though they're the right type. There's a wrench. But yeah, no, the big bar to entry for this game, as I keep telling people, is the controls. Once you come to grips with the controls, this game is good. But it's definitely archaic in how it controls, I suppose is the best way to put it. It's like, I bounced off of it solo years upon years upon years ago. But I watched some people play it more recently after it's had a lot more updates. And, well, here I am. Watching them helped me figure out the little bit I was missing to make this viable. And of course, I've been sitting here figuring out settings to make the game reasonable for me on my own. But it's, of course, a much better game when you have people for it. As any of these would be. It's hard to get any work done when you don't have anybody to watch your back. Is there any... Okay, there are rounds in that revolver, so if things go really sideways, I might be able to do something with that still. But for now, we should probably just get away from those zombies. Like, one of the biggest things with this tends to be the inventory management gets people into trouble, and it gets better once you start to understand it more, but it definitely is still a thing. Yeah, I've definitely been there on that one. You can spawn into a situation where there's just like a pile already, and it's like, well, this sucks. I've also purposely, rather than having fast shamblers, been leaving them as slow shamblers to make it a little more reasonable. Yep, because runners are default settings. Literally every zombie on default settings is runners, and it's kind of stupid, if I'm honest. Like, it's unfortunate that I have to sit here and manhandle the settings to make it better, but if that's what I gotta do, that's what I gotta do to make it work. Is this window open? Yes, okay. In we go. Now, though this is just a bar, so it's probably not gonna have anything good anyway. What do you know? It's a bar, so there's beer, beer, and more beer. Shocking. If I didn't have a weapon already, the pool stick wouldn't be bad, probably. A lighter might be fun. Grab that. Understandable. You go sleep well, Zeno. It's always good to see you. Yeah. Life get busy, life gets stupid sometimes. Sure. Just gotta figure out a what and a when. But we can worry about that in the morning for you. Is more than likely when you wake up, I'll still be awake. Yeah. I will continue to poke zombies with my fork. Oh. 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 Hand fork would not be an improvement. I don't need 2 watches. Jab, jab. Nope. Oh, hey, a trailer. I don't think I've seen a trailer at all in this game till now. There's nothing in it, but at least I saw one now. You telling me I broke that rear windshield for nothing? There's not even, like... Sad. Nothing in that trunk either. Okay. Ooh, another key. Now I'm just finding keys everywhere for things that are probably not even functional. God damn it. The game's making fun of me, I think. Again. Still no idea what the key I found to begin with goes to. But we're far enough away from there now that we're probably not going to find it. That's going to involve me remembering where I found that key. It's probably down in that big parking lot we had to run away from because we don't have a good enough zombie killing weapon yet. So as it turns out, a barbecue fork is not exactly a phenomenal weapon of self-defense. Against zombies, anyway. Probably wouldn't be that terrible against people, but we got bigger problems than people. Which is an odd thing to say, usually. In a lot of zombie apocalypses, people are usually still a bigger threat than the zombies. Just quickly checking all these vehicles to see if any of them are the one I have the key for before I start looting everything. Oh, another key. Ooh, a piece of candy. Maybe that goes to one of these. Aha! It goes to this one. Is this a functional vehicle? Yes! And it's got a good amount of fuel in it. Well, I'll be damned. Here's a first. Ain't no mind to the fact there's still no sound. This man is deaf. Just another reminder. So nobody gets confused and thinks their sound isn't working. This character is deaf, so he cannot hear. Or any of the sound effects. It is so weird driving an absolutely silent car. It also means I'm going to have to pay attention to where the key is to make sure that the key is actually there when I go to use it to start the car at any point. I was going to stop to check this little church, but if there's zombies going over the walls already because they heard me drive over here, it's probably not worth it. Let's just leave. Let's just find other places to be. Ideally without crashing into this accident. We don't need to be part of the accident. Shut off the car. Exit the vehicle. Don't shut the door in your own face, genius. Eat the orange. Beans. Pans and things. Better bandage. We probably, yeah, we need to change these bandages as well. I'll save the good bandage for the head wound. The head wound's probably going to be the one that's going to be more of a problem. Yeah, it's still bleeding. disinfect it again. Very good. Now put the good bandage on it, and we can clean the other good bandage we have. Since we're already at a sink. There we go. That's why I took care of that now. Put all that away. Game, please. Put it away. There you go. Speaking of put it away, put the lighter away before I see it and get ideas. Hey, leave my car alone. Nope, 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 nope. We have had so many near misses with this character just because I can't hear them coming for me. Not to mention, most of those wounds are from did not know zombie was there. How does a barbecue fork count as a short blade? I figured it would be long because it's a pretty long fork. I guess it's not as long as, like, a garden fork. You know, like a pitchfork type fork. I don't know. You had options for that kind of logic. I see you sneaking up on me. You're not so clever. I will take these matches, even though that's also not a good idea. In fact, you know what? Let's do something for fun. Let's see if it'll let me do something funny. Okay, I appear to not be able to light matches just randomly. I was gonna just light a match, drop it on the bed, and leave. How about the lighter? Nope, it would appear that I cannot just randomly light things on fire. Well, there's always the backup plan. Throw random things in the oven and leave it to cook. Eventually, the town will burn to the ground, and the zombie problem will be dealt with. Because even zombies don't like fire. That's just proven fact. Come on, car. Come on. There it goes. Car's still a little squirrelier than I can handle sometimes. It'd be worth my while to park the car over here or somewhere and then go into the housing block over there from here. Just so I'm not attracting zombies to where I'm arriving. I'll just have to remember that my car is by the bait shop. I could mark it on the map, but there's zombies nearby. I'd really rather not risk that at the minute. This door thinks it can stop me. I have a hammer. Nothing stops the hammer man. I could have found another way in, but I'd rather just brute force my way straight through the door right now. It's funnier this way. There we go. No more door. Of course, I have left myself a very wide open way for zombies to follow me in here, which is going to be a problem. Just open myself a window. We'll go out the back as soon as I finish taking a look over these things. Nothing I want here. And away! That should also actually help distract them a bit. They go play around in the bait shop while I leave. Let's get our barbecue fork back, because it's probably still a slightly better weapon than the hammer. They're actually about the same. The fork's in better condition at the moment. I'm still sad that I can't wield the gnome as a weapon. So I guess gnomes are for punting, not for swinging. Do 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 do. There we go. If I was worried about remote controllers, that would be worth grabbing, but with our lifespan, it's unlikely we're gonna actually be able to make use of that. How are our skills looking at the moment? We don't have enough of most things to make use of a book that we'll be finding anytime quick. Okay. Because you need at least level 1 for most books to be of any use to you, as far as the ones that give you bonus experience goes. None of our characters have been long-lived enough to end up needing any of that. Go ahead and open this can of fruit cocktail and go ahead and have a snack. Because if we're thirsty now, we'll probably be getting hungry shortly. So we'll just stop that from happening in the first place. Throw that away. We do already have a can opener still, yeah? Yeah. I lose track between our various lives whether we have a can opener or not anymore. Did I check that cabinet already? Shoes and... We did not, because I never saw this saw. And what's in that toolbox? Screws. Duffel bag doesn't have anything in it. And our backpack's better than a duffel bag. There's a generator sitting in there. No, I just had an idea. Let's disassemble this door. I have a thought. It's actually a pretty good thought for a change. After I disassemble this door, I'm going to bring the car over. Because I think I can put the generator in the trunk of the car. And then we can take the generator with us. Because a generator is not currently necessary, because you'll notice all the houses have power. But at a certain point in the game, all power and water will be shut off. Presumably because the systems will decay to the point where they just don't work anymore. So, having a generator will be very important to us. Again, this is long-term planning, probably beyond this man's lifespan. But, need be, we could always hopefully find car, zombie, and generator at some future state of the game. Oh boy. Nope. I'm gonna have to lure these zombies away before I can get in my car. I could deal with them, but that's a lot of zombies for a deaf man to be dealing with. Come on. All of you, come this way. Alonzi! Oh, they're in grabby hands mode. Get in the car. Later, suckers. Unfortunately for us, we're not going far at the moment. God damn it. Why do they reverse so well? Like, I'm actually kind of mad about how well these things turn in reverse. I'm used to games where you have to struggle with the reverse turning. So I always overcorrect on the reverse. Take generator. Her generator, very heavy. Generator into trunk. No, that's the ground, stupid. Guess whose key is still in the car, therefore the goddamn trunk doesn't open. Give me the key. God damn it. Unlock trunk. Open trunk. Get generator. Put generator in trunk. As the army of zombies draws closer. Okay. Now we gotta go. Otherwise bad times are about to occur. Come on. Come on, car. Come on. Now's not the time to fuck with me. Nope. There we go. Ooh, that was bad. The car almost didn't start, which would have led to disaster. But we got away. We have a generator in the trunk. I did it. I got a generator. I should probably drive further than this away, actually. I was debating hitting these houses, but, with that many zombies trailing us, I probably should drive a lot further away so they forget I exist. We came through here already, but I'm using this just as a way out of this area. Shit. God damn it. Of course, there happened to be a tree right there, so I was damned if I do, damned if I don't on that move. I should have just went this way again, but I never can be sure where there's trees and where there aren't trees. Is there anything further the other way? There is a road over there. What? Let's go. Well, I say this is a road, but, calling this a road is more of a compliment of this road than this road deserves. Certainly a lot of people parked on it, though. Found a farmhouse. Found it with the nose of my car, but, you know, found it. Let's park the car here, actually. That might deter some of the zombies from getting to the door of the house as quickly that we're over on that side. So that is going to lead to a problem in that the car might get damaged, but that's okay. The car's already been damaged by my actions fairly significantly already. I'm gonna guess the TV is going, considering our boredom just went down. Though how his boredom goes down near a TV when he can't hear it is beyond me. That's actually a You know, that's actually a very good question now that I say that. Huh. How does a man who can't hear the TV enjoy the TV without looking at it? Because, like, you know, there's always the option of, well, he just looks at the TV and watches what's happening. It's like, sure, if he was actually looking at it. But we weren't looking. I don't understand. It's one of the mysteries of the universe. This farmhouse kind of sucks so far. That said, we should probably stay near this sink and take advantage of our ability to clean things right quick. Looks like most of our other injuries have healed, considering they didn't dirty their bandages again. But the rate we were going, we were going to turn into a damn mummy. Nope, that one's still injured. Quickly disinfect that since I uncovered it. Throw a new bandage on it. There we go. At the very least, we're raising our medical skills. First aid, medical, same thing. You can argue that if you want, but honestly, in the end, it's not really gonna mean anything. Brain. Right, I was checking to see if I actually needed to wash any bandages, and the answer is actually no. Because I think the only bandage we had that needed to be washed was actually damaged enough that it was destroyed. Because after a certain point of usage, they do end up being unusable, no matter how much you wash them. Nope, nothing good. So, stopping off at this farmhouse might have been a waste of our time. I mean, I guess it gave me a chance to rest and heal for a second. Speaking of, we haven't slept yet in this man's life. So that is a point. But I don't think this is a good place to do that. Considering the amount of zombies wandering about nearby. Barbecue fork is somehow still holding strong. Sadly, we still haven't found any painkillers to sort out his pain with. Not that that's that big a deal to begin with. Because I think the stress he's got going on right now is more of a problem than the mild pain he's in. It's a good thing this car has a lot of gas, so it gives me some freedom to maneuver instead of having to, as the crow flies, as hard as I could to get somewhere. Or like I did with the other cars. There's some territory above us there, but I think I'm just going to keep going. I don't think that those are going to be that good for me. I would actually like to get to a whole other town. God damn it. I couldn't quite wiggle the car around the ass end of this other car. Oh, no wonder. I barely fit here. That wouldn't have happened even if I was better at driving. Okay, very good. That makes me feel slightly better. Jesus Christ. It doesn't help that I can't tell as well how much I'm pushing the speed on the car, is I was most of the time going by sound with that, and guess you can't hear anything. Right, this guy. There's a gas can. Does this car have any gas I can take? Nope. I'm not sure why we found a key for a car, but it's not the car that's right here. What car does that belong to? Also, I blame the fact that I don't have 3D items on anymore for the fact that we're finding so many more keys. So why our first character of the day didn't find any keys, well, I don't have an excuse for that one. Just bad luck, wrong place, wrong time, I don't know. A sandbox and a swing. This looks to be just like a random house out in the middle of the sticks. There might be something good in here. Let me get the car turned around before I park here, though. Because I get the feeling I'm going to want to be able to get out of here in a relative hurry. Yeah, this is probably not a place I want to be. But we're here already, and I took the keys out of the ignition, so we're stuck here for the minute. Because this car's not been the best about turning over when I hit the gas button. Which there are car chargers and such, so the battery on the car might be going. That's a concern, actually. Okay, it's not the key to that car, either. Oh, guess we're using the window. I should have cleaned out that broken glass first, but we didn't get punished for it, so it's okay. Problem is, it's gonna start raining zombies in here in a minute. We gotta be quick. The moment they shamble their way over here, they're gonna start pouring through that window. Yep, here they come. This house was not worth it. But thankfully, now that they're mostly all shambling into there, we can get away from here reasonably easily. Okay, not worth it. We're out of here. On car. Go, car, go. Go, car, go. We gotta go. Oh, the frames. I said cargo, not frames go. Okay. Everything is fine. We're not gonna die yet. This man has already lived longer than I expected him to. Another car key? God damn. Just collecting keys at this point. We've got 3 Nala car keys and 1 Bull Driver key. And it's still not to this car that's near the car key either. What the fuck? Hey, this door's not locked. Crazy. Though I will say, since it's raining, I'm kind of grateful that this guy is deaf. His rain sound in games usually ends up being so goddamn loud. And I don't think I've actually been out in the rain in this game yet. Aside from this guy who can't hear it. So I don't actually know how loud the rain sound in this game is. There is upstairs rooms here. This is actually reasonably far out from everything, so it shouldn't be too bad to keep clear. So this might actually be a pretty good base of operations. It's also apparently completely empty of zombies? Suspiciously so? Like, I should be happy that there's no zombies here, but I'm just very suspicious that we haven't seen any. There just hasn't been any. Oh, and for anybody that's worried about me taking all the useful items and dying with them, I do have it set so that once a week the loot will come back in places. A week is a while in this game, so it's not powerful for it to be coming back every week. But it means scarcity doesn't end up being a complete downer. I think I'm going to mark this place on my map so I can remember to come back here. And use this place as a safe house. Yeah, I don't have a red pen. Oop. This way I remember to come back to this place if I need a place to hole up. Should I leave? No, I'll keep the generator in the back of the car. Do I want to put any of my stuff in here at the moment? Our bag's not that full, and it's mostly things that would actually be used on the road for the most part. Like the pipe wrench and the saw and tools like that that'd be used to disassemble things out on the go. So I think we're good as far as that goes. So, yeah, no, I need to go south from here. I was gonna say, I immediately don't remember which way the further road is. But if we go left, we'll find new territory. I just went to take a shortcut through and then remembered, no, there's a lot of trees there. That ain't gonna work. Bop. I could add my own sound effects, but honestly, I feel like those will get very tiresome both for me and everyone listening after a bit. Not that I'm not going to do it anyway. Just doing it as a consistent thing would probably not be a great idea. Actually, would going this way even lead me anywhere? Probably not, right? That just loops back? Yeah. That's going to lead to a farmhouse over there, which might have something good because there's a gray building there, but I don't even know what the gray buildings actually mean. We just passed a car key again, but we have a working car, so car keys don't really much matter to me anymore. I say as I'd already collected 4 of them, but, you know, we don't need to talk about that. I doubt this will be much better than the other places we were stopping, but I've already pulled up here, so I may as well commit at this rate. You're still not dead, huh? Bam. I'm gonna keep going back and forth over you until you stop resisting. Okay. Really need to find something better than this barbecue fork to be defending myself with. We don't really need another gas can. We've not been stopping for enough gas for the first gas can to be full. Hi. Door's locked, boys. You're on your own on that one. At this rate, they're already aware of my presence, so breaking the window really doesn't matter that much. Yep. So the second I open that door, they're gonna ruin my day now that they heard me break the window. So instead, what I'm gonna do is, now that they're focused on that door, we go elsewhere. Oh, computer, please. Computer, please. Okay, so we're still hitting 100% CPU usage sometimes for reasons. Still don't know why that's happening. But it's definitely making everything have a moment. But it's happening a lot less now, so I have to assume I fixed something. I got interested because of what this zombie's wearing. I feel like they might actually have something that might be useful / interesting. That looks almost like a soldier zombie. Fuck me. Well, nope. Nope, it wasn't actually anything good. It was just a green leather jacket. Well, sad. Did them in for nothing. Oh well. Satchel if we needed it. So of course, as soon as you have a bag, you start seeing bags everywhere. Upsettingly. Probably have a drink from the tap on our way by here. Drink, drink. Still nothing that impressive. Now the music's abandoned me again. I'm just here alone with my thoughts. The worst thing that could possibly happen. I had every intention of ending when this man died, but he's surviving far better than I anticipated. So we might end up stopping in the next, 15 minutes, live or die. Oh hey, he can hear the rain now. Interesting. Okay, I say the next 15-20 minutes because of what I was talking about before about not overdoing it today. I also don't want to burn out on this game before I get people to play it. Because that would really make the whole endeavor a waste of everybody's time. If people are finally like, oh yeah, we're all available and good to do this. Oh, well, I'm kind of out of it now. It's like, but why? That always leads to a bit of an awkward situation. Ooh. I really should remember to zoom out more often when I'm driving so I can see what I'm doing. I do appreciate the fact that I can actually crush the cones by running them over. And they actually render a different model. There's puddles forming everywhere because of the rain. I wonder if you can hydroplane in this game. That'd be a hell of a thing. Learn that by accident as your car goes careening off a cliff or something. Just, oh god, I can't stop! Thud. Kaboom. I might be getting somewhere. There's at the very least buildings here. General store. That seems like a place that might actually be useful. But yeah, the constant mentioning of ending early today is more to keep myself in check than anything. Before anybody's questioning that too much, it's like, why does he keep saying that? It's like, well, considering how yesterday went, I kind of need to keep myself in check, otherwise I'm gonna just keep on rolling. It's another one of those games where you could so easily just keep going, oh, a piece of candy, ooh, a piece of candy, ooh, a piece of candy for the next, like, 3 days. Not realize what's happening to you. Which, speaking of, I really should have faced towards where those zombies were coming from before starting to drink this. Because you can't turn and drink at the same time for reasons. It's real dark in that side of the store. So far, there's also a whole lot of nothing in this store. Or, I should say, nothing I need or want. There's lots of food, which is great, but I don't need food. I certainly don't need zombies. Ah, this is an exterior bathroom. Okay. There's a parking lot. We might be able to siphon some gas, but we don't need that either right now. Yes, I know, there's a zombie there, game. It's okay. We got in the car just in time. Ooh, that was too close. I was about to yell at this man for not moving with a purpose about getting in that damn car. Bait and tackle, we don't need either. I'm just gonna shortcut my way out of here. Anything actually in the parking lot? There's one car in the parking lot. Okay, let's just get the hell out of here. No point in sticking around in this two-horse town. Not even a... Oh, no, we actually can hear the car roar a little bit. There's a gas pump. I don't know why I felt the need to park properly. I think it's more of a point of pride to be able to park properly in this game. Well. Okay. I appear to be unable to achieve the acquisition of fuel here. Why am I having such issues turning to face her? Help. There we go. Oh, I gained another maintenance level, so there's that. Odd. It's fine. Maybe I need to go in here and activate the gas pumps or something. I don't have money to buy gas with, so it's not like I can slide some money into the register or something. Not that there's anybody to take the money even if I had money. But that also returns to the same point of I don't really need gas either. I think we still got like 20. See how the car's doing after my adventures as well on that note. Yeah, car's still okay. And yeah, we have about 20 like I figured. I actually estimated that better than I thought. I really thought I was going to say, oh yeah, we got like 20 and open it up to find out I have like 2. And be very sad. Ooh, this is a big highway. Oh, fun fact, if you get into a high-speed collision the wrongest way you can injure yourself in these collisions. I've just been very lucky in the handful of light bangs against trees we've had, because I slam on the brakes before we hit the tree. If I hit it full speed, injuries would be likely. I say as I'm tempted to test that. Driving down this highway. I don't like the bars that were there. Yup. Yup. I was about to say, it's like, I don't like those warning signs. Wham! Well, that happened. Car's not doing great, by the way. The car is now very bad off. Engine is angry after that impact. I think we're okay. Yeah, somehow we're alright. We didn't get, like, a concussion or anything. But I'm gonna guess that's, like, the edge of the playable area that I hit or something. Considering there's a very, very strong-looking wall there. Guess we ain't crossing the state line. I'm kind of surprised this car's still moving after that impact, if I'm honest. Last time I was driving one of these cars and we had an impact like that, the car just said, no. We're done here. Cargo no more. We also hit that wall hard. Oh, there. So you know how I said the car was doing real well about not dying? Yeah, car's dead now. And we might be about to follow it. I can't believe, after all of that, that I end up just crashing into a goddamn police blockade. What? We must have just taken just a tiny bit more damage, because I don't feel like we got hit and then we just fell over. Maybe we might have also been infected and I didn't know it? That's Wouldn't be the first time. I've had a character just drop dead of infection before. No rhyme or reason, warning, or anything, just suddenly, eh. But that's a good stopping point. I did say I was going to stop early today, and it's about 4 hours in, so that counts as early. I'll do a quick scan to see if there's a... Yeah, actually, there's a good raid target. Because we can go support somebody who hasn't been able to stream in a bit because her laptop was having problems. And is also doing fittingly spooky things. So, thank you all for taking the time to be here. Sorry it's a little shorter today, but it is what it is. We will be back on Monday. Again, like I said yesterday, if the next fest has started by Monday, which I don't remember if it will or won't, we'll be launching right into next fest stuff. Otherwise, I might do the first of the theme days I was talking about if I get the planning done for that. We'll see how that goes. But one way or the other, I'm going to go ahead and get this timer started. Get this ball rolling on out of here. Go be nice to Crimson. She's good people. And I don't really have anything else to add too much today. So have a good one, everybody. I will see you on Monday. Night.